Hashtag the painting that makes everyone uncomfortable. There is usually one painting in a gallery that makes people uncomfortable. Sometimes it is disturbing. Sometimes it is violent. Sometimes it is sexually provocative. Sometimes it shows death, illness, aging, grief, or suffering. And sometimes we don't even know exactly why it makes us uncomfortable. We simply want to look away. But here is the strange part. The paintings that make us uncomfortable can sometimes be the ones we remember the longest. Why? Because beauty is easy to accept. Discomfort demands our attention. When we see a beautiful landscape, we can admire it and continue walking. When we see a disturbing image, something inside us reacts. We may feel tension. We may feel sadness. We may feel anger. We may even feel embarrassed by our own reaction. And suddenly, the artwork has become personal. This is one of the reasons artists throughout history have created images that challenge us. They don't always want us to feel comfortable. Sometimes they want us to confront something we would rather avoid. Death is a good example. Most of us don't like thinking about death. We don't usually wake up in the morning wanting to look at paintings about mortality. But art has always returned to the subject. Skulls, funeral scenes, aging bodies, dead animals, empty rooms, broken objects. Artists have repeatedly reminded us that life is temporary. Why? Because death is part of the human experience. And perhaps looking at it in art gives us a way to confront something that is otherwise difficult to discuss. The same thing happens with aging. A young person may look at an elderly figure in a painting and see simply an old person. Someone who has experienced aging, cared for an aging parent, or watched their own body change may see something much deeper. They may see vulnerability. They may see time. They may see themselves. Suddenly, the painting isn't just about another person. It becomes a mirror, and mirrors can make us uncomfortable. This is especially true with the human body. We often prefer images of bodies that are young, healthy, and idealized. But artists have also painted bodies that are old, wounded, imperfect, exhausted, or vulnerable. Those images can challenge our expectations. They remind us that the human body is not a permanent object. It changes. It weakens. It carries scars. It eventually disappears. And perhaps that is why some viewers feel uncomfortable. The painting isn't showing us something foreign. It is showing us something we recognize. There's another kind of discomfort that art can create. Moral discomfort. A painting may depict war, political oppression, racism, religious conflict, cruelty, poverty, or injustice. We may want art to be beautiful, but sometimes beauty isn't the point. Sometimes the artist wants us to look at something we would rather ignore. And this creates a difficult question. Should art make us feel good, or should art sometimes disturb us? I think the answer is both. Art can comfort us, but it can also challenge us. It can give us beauty when the world feels ugly. And it can force us to look at ugliness when we would prefer to look away. This is why controversial artworks can become so powerful. People argue about them. People criticize them. People defend them. People demand that they be removed. And suddenly, the artwork becomes part of a larger conversation. The controversy itself becomes part of the gallery experience. But there is something we should remember. Feeling uncomfortable doesn't necessarily mean the artwork has failed. Sometimes discomfort is the intended response. Imagine an artist creates a painting about loneliness. The goal may not be to make you feel comfortable. The goal may be to make you recognize loneliness. If the painting makes you uneasy, perhaps it has succeeded. If a painting about war makes you angry, perhaps that anger is part of its meaning. If a painting about aging makes you sad, perhaps the sadness is exactly what the artist wanted you to confront. We don't always have to escape uncomfortable emotions. Sometimes we need to sit with them. This is difficult in a gallery because there is always an easy escape. We can simply walk away. And sometimes walking away is the right choice. But sometimes, instead of leaving immediately, we can ask ourselves, why am I uncomfortable? Is it the subject, the technique, the expression, the violence, the nudity, the idea behind it? Or is the painting reminding me of something personal? That question can transform the experience. Instead of judging the artwork immediately, we begin examining our own response. And suddenly, the gallery becomes more than a place where paintings hang on walls. It becomes a place where we encounter ourselves. This is perhaps one of the most powerful things art can do. A painting can reveal emotions that we didn't know were there. It can bring back memories. It can challenge beliefs. It can make us angry. It can make us cry. It can make us uncomfortable. And sometimes it can make us grateful that we are still capable of feeling something deeply. So the next time you encounter a painting that makes you uncomfortable, don't immediately decide that you dislike it. Stay for a moment. Look again. Ask yourself what the artist might be asking you to confront. You may still hate the painting. That's okay. You don't have to love everything you see. But if you walk away thinking about it later, if the image follows you home, if you find yourself talking about it days afterward, then perhaps the painting has already accomplished something. Because the purpose of art isn't always to make us comfortable. Sometimes the purpose of art is to make us look when everything inside us tells us to look away. This is the gallery experience.